Hey, good afternoon, traders. Actually, good morning. It's kind of midday here on Thursday, the 17th, and I'm doing a trade recap video for the week. A nice 15-minute breakout trade today I wanted to talk about, and then another counter trend long setup. And we'll go back earlier in the week as well, talk about a few other trades. So let's start on the daily chart here on the ES. Between the two 50% on the daily, but if we look at the actual kind of trending nature, we're in a kind of a big triangle, and we're getting closer and closer to the apex. We talked about that, maybe last week or even the week before, about how as we start to put in, a lower high, and then we sell off, but we're met with, some buying that puts in a higher low, you start to get tighter and tighter, and sometimes that can mean consolidation on the intraday time frame. But by and large, this week has been all right, even though the ranges are smaller than they were last week. So as we get closer to this apex, or this point, which we're basically at, watch for us to break down or break out of the prior swing high or swing low, and then get a close above that level. We had a little bit of a kind of a fake out up here where we gapped up, but then we were not able to follow through the next day. So we need that breakout, close above the prior high or low, and then a follow through on the next day with some trending action. Anytime I see these big triangles like this, the first thing I think of is, okay, what was the most recent trend prior to the triangle? And in this case, it was down. But if we go out further, going back to last year, there's we are coming off a large uptrend. So I think this one could kind of go either way here. As we talked about in last week's video, there's certainly some catalysts that could come at any moment, as far as global tensions and things like that. And sometimes those are the catalysts that can kick the market around. But as far as economic news goes, everything that seems to come out is being taken very well. So let's go to the intraday chart. Talk about today's. The first trade was the 15-minute breakout. This week on the whole, let's see. We'll start with Monday. We filled the gap in the first 15 minutes, so no trade there. And you can see those long opposing, or not opposing tails, but topping and bottoming tail candles on the 15-minute. Very much signaling kind of indecision. Those are not very kind bars to see in the first one or two candles of the day. Make for a hard trading session. The next one, Tuesday, was a valid entry. That one ended up stopping out. And then Wednesday, yesterday, we actually broke the 15-minute candle in seconds after it closed. And when that happens and price is already trading, and you're not in, it was right here. You can, yeah, I don't like to just drop my order. You'll see this like on the retracements. Sometimes if you draw up a retracement and it's really small, and by the time you draw it up and move your mouse over to your trade ladder and go to put your order in, price is actually already at the 50%. I won't typically rush to drop my order in. So in yesterday's case, you can put your order one tick below wherever price is already trading. In yesterday's case, I just figured I missed it because it kind of poked down and then went back up, and I didn't put the order a tick below after the fact because we already had come back up a decent amount. So it was just kind of a no trade, happened pretty quick. Then today was similar in that the trade set up right after the 15-minute candle closed, but there was enough time that you're able to get the order in. So let's get back to the morning and so it's this one. This is the 15-minute, and you can see how at 7:45 my time here, is where the next candle kind of started to form. So you have the order already in, and then only like 20, 30 seconds later, we come down and we break through. And then this one traded pretty nicely. Ended up being, I think, around 17 points just by trailing the next 15-minute candles. Traded down pretty good. Um, and so, pretty good week. We've been seeing the pattern so far this year is it going to have one big day for the week, and then the other couple of days have been either duds or just not getting a lot of follow through. So we'll see if that trend continues. But then down at lows of the day, there was a nice little counter trend here off of the 30-minute low. And anytime I see a large opening range, meaning the opening 30 minutes, that distance being fairly large, or we have like a big candle here, I'm thinking, okay, we have a good chance of being range bound. And then I look to the breadth and the advanced decline line and see if those numbers are close to 1 to 1 or anywhere close to 0. Today, we're, I would say, more skewed to the negative side, but a dip below the first 30-minute low, in this case, leads to a nice opportunity. And then when we trade back in, so this gray line is the 30-minute low, we dip below it for just a minute, and then we traded back in. You'll notice we broke the opposing short here, and we broke the swing high. So that's set up in a nice 50% long just right after the top of the hour. Unfortunately, this one I was ticked out trailing. I drew up the next retracement, used 1150 as the stop, and I was taken out just right to the tick there. Kind of moved sideways after that, so even if you stayed in and drew the next retracement, it wasn't too much longer before you ended up getting taken out. But that one was a nice small little trade, and then that was really it. There was just a whole lot of not much happening after that as far as like sideways movement. I was looking for maybe a move up to the halfway back of the day, which we just kind of got here. If I draw from high of the day to low of the day, that's basically where we're trading. Getting kind of into the lunch hour, so sometimes things can slow down in this time, but didn't really have anything else in kind of this underside of the first 30-minute range. So that was really it today. Tuesday, pull up the log again. Tuesday we had the one trade in the live trading session, and I didn't have any retracements on Monday. So a little bit of a quieter week than last week as far as the number of trades go, but a nice big 15-minute breakout winner this morning was nice. So if you have questions, drop them in the comments below. Hope you have a great week, and I'll talk to you soon.